In this movie, we're going to look at several really cool features in SpeedGrade, including but not limited to blending different grades together. So I have this footage of my wife, actually. Hello, sweetheart. And she's actually shot against a green screen. We have a lot of problems here. If I were to go into the overall area here and let's say lighten up the gamma, we could see that there's actually blue spots on the walls and there's a green screen and it's just a mess. What I want to do is crush the whole background to black. I want the pink in her hair to pop more. And I just want this to be a much better looking image if that's at all possible. So I could adjust things as per normal. I'm just actually going to reset the gamma for now. But instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to the layers area. And by the way, I'm in the look tab here down at the bottom. And I'm going to add a new primary grading layer. I do that by coming down to the bottom of the layers area and clicking the plus P. That gives me a second primary color correction layer. And I could keep adding as many layers as I want to. Now let me show you the benefit of this here. I'm first going to make an assessment of what I want. And I kind of mentioned that already. I want to crush the blacks. I want her to pop and I want there to be good contrast. I want to warm things up a little bit. I want to do all that stuff. So on this extra layer here, I'm going to do all of those things and I'm going to kind of go over the top about it a little bit. So I'm going to take the offset down, crush the blacks. Let's actually look at the gain first here. Let's bring this up so we can see what's going on. And then I'm going to increase the midtones here. And what I want to do is, again, go over the top. I want to increase the saturation a lot, maybe like 1.2. Increase the temperature, warm that up, 0.2. And there we go, somewhere in that neighborhood. And I'm going to go also to the shadows, and I'm going to darken that, and then I'm going to go to the midtones, and I'm going to brighten the gamma for that there. I'm also going to brighten the gain for the midtones so that we get a little bit more of that brightness coming in there. And again, I'm trying intentionally to be over the top here, and you'll see why in just a moment. Maybe a little bit more gamma, a little bit more gain. I want to go, again, full throttle on all these changes, so it's really obvious what I'm doing there. And actually, let's maybe warm up the midtones a little bit too. Take that a little bit too far. Okay, so now I have everything in the direction I want to go. I just went too far, and you can see our histogram's all out of whack, and we're blowing out highlights and shadows, and that's totally fine for right now. But on this layer, I have all the corrections. So what I can do is, with this layer selected, go up here to the opacity of this layer and click and drag this down. And again, if I want to go faster, I can just hold the shift key. It goes significantly faster. And I could dial this back to where I want it. Now, the benefit of this is that if I say, you know what, I want more of that correction, I want to darken the background more and make the highlights pop more, then I could simply add more opacity or increase the opacity of that layer. Or if it's too much, I can, again, take it down. So I can take it to about this neighborhood, and we have some peaking we should get rid of here in the highlights and a little bit in the shadows, but overall, I'm definitely liking where this is going much better than I did when we set out to improve this image. I think I might want to still go a little crazy with the gamma of the midtones and maybe warm this up just a little bit more. And we could add a little bit of pink in her hair, pop a little bit more, but I don't want to mess with her skin tones too much. And this is actually 5K footage, so if we wanted to, we can really get in here at 100% and see how things are doing. This obviously needs to be denoised a little bit, and it's a little bit lower quality, so it plays back a little smoother. But point is that we now have a much better looking image. I'll go ahead and minimize that. We now have a much better looking image because we have this separate layer that we could blend into our footage. And these skin tones are looking a little bit off, so we might want to correct that. But again, the point being is that we can go crazy with this top layer and then blend it into the rest of our footage. And again, we could tone it down if we want to, or increase it because we have where we want to go on this extra layer. And I'll press 0 on the numeric keypad. You can see the before and the after, significantly improved.